Alright there, ladies and gentlemen, John Suitepee here, bringing you part 33 of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, in relatively quick succession from the last parts. Last time around we went through the Black Forge and fought this rather disappointing Guardian, but we did get the Onyx Sword, so all was good. Now we're going to move on up to the Halls of Remembrance. This could very well be the final part of the game. We're very close in any event. And no, I don't actually remember where the final boss fight actually takes place, but we're close. That's all I know. So, let's see what happens this time around. Are we going to fight the Queen of the Tower? Or are we not? All I know is I hope we level up a little bit before we get to that point. I can see a little room over there. Okay. Oh! Okay. We can walk straight through this. Huh. Weird. That's kind of interesting. Oh, we got ghosts. Well, this is very interesting. We got ghosts. I guess this is why they call this the Hall of Remembrance, I suppose. Certainly plenty of ghosts around. Not seen ghosts in this game since way back in Act 1 in the the crypts. Like when we had to fight the Orb of the Undead. So this must be where the humans, the times past, are floating around, doing whatever it is that ghosts wander around and do in their self-contained limbo, I guess. Strange. I would be a little bemused right now if this entire floor was just ghosts and stocking up. That's what it feels like. This feels like this is kind of that part of the game where you stock up on supplies before you go fight the big bad boss at the end of the hole. Can actually fight these ghosts, so hear the sounds of their anguish, though. That I can definitely hear. Trying to time these electric chain lightning so I can open as many crates as possible. Well, it's really nice to know, but I don't think I need any of this stuff. I'm kind of stacked out as it is. But I guess if at this point in the game you're really short on supply, I guess the game is kind enough to say, yeah, alright. We'll have a little segment before what I assume may well be the final boss, where we'll let you stock up on stuff to, ooh, maybe there is something happening here. We have a NPC to talk to. Celadon. Alright, Celadon, tell us your story.
Your feet, they echo upon the flagstones. Your breath stirs the dust. Who are you who walk this hall in the flesh?
I am Suitepee, the elven sorceress, and who are you?
In life, I was Celadon, first captain of the Company of the Westering Sun. In death, I am nothing. The dead have no titles.
Oh, poor guy. What is this place?
You stand within the Hall of Remembrance. I am one of its many prisoners, all soldiers of the Westering Sun, all fallen in battle, all slain by treachery. Our spirits are shackled to the walls and shadows of this tower. We are doomed to stand, to remember, and to wait for Eldrith's release, and our own.
Okay. Who's Eldrith?
Who is Eldrith? Much time has passed, I see, for how many names to have been ground beneath time's heel. Have you not heard of Eldrith the Betrayer, the traitress of swords, Eldrith of the Westering Sun? That she has been forgotten is irony of a sort.
Eldrith the Betrayer, huh? Go on, I would hear more about her.
Eldrith was one of the greatest generals of the Sword Coast, commander of the Company of the Westering Sun, sworn sword and defender of Baldur's Gate.
So, what happened?
She served with honor and distinction in the first and last seasons of the Sundering War, the Crescent Port Siege, and finally, the campaign against the Black Horde. In all these battles, she was victorious.
Okay.
Where she led, we followed. Glory drew us, loyalty kept us, and we were proud to serve beneath her banner. Our lives were hers, and our deaths were hers.
So what led to your deaths and hers?
I do not know when pride burrowed into her heart, but it poisoned her. It was a poison I did not see until it was too late. Eldrith had fought too many battles, achieved too many victories, and she had come to see the city of Baldur's Gate as her own.
Okay. So what, she became consumed by power or something?
On the day of the great betrayal, and the last day of the campaign against the Black Horde, I left my wife within the walls of Baldur's Gate, where she would be safe, and told her I would return. She was one of the most beautiful elven maids I have ever known. There are times when I feel as if I hear her singing for me still, waiting for my return.
So this is the guy who the Elf Song Tavern elf sings for. Interesting. So we finally meet the husband of the Elf Song Tavern's voice. Well, I've met your wife. She's passed on, yet her spirit still sings for your return within Baldur's Gate.
Then I fear her spirit shall never be laid to rest while I am trapped here. My wife, to think that she suffers still, and for my sake.
So what happened on the final day of this great betrayal then, Geldon?
Our company took the field against the Horde and scattered them, even though the orcs and goblins outnumbered us 5 to 1. Still, in the rout, almost half their forces survived and fled the field. Eldrith was determined to pursue them. The Dukes of Baldur's Gate refused.
Okay.
Too many good soldiers have been lost, the Dukes told us. They and the people wanted no more of blood and death, and they felt the Horde would not return.
So what did Eldrith do?
Eldrith was furious. Even though we had lost many men, she felt it was better we deal a death blow to the Horde and ensure they never threaten Baldur's Gate again. And so she defied the Dukes and led us to our deaths.
Oh boy.
Already weakened, we chanced upon one of the straggling bands of the Horde and cornered them within the Dosiah's Cleft. It was tactical brilliance in trapping them within the canyon. But in doing so, we gave them no choice but to fight us. Backed into a corner, the Horde proved more vicious than we had anticipated. Eldrith, fearing of losing the field, sent a messenger back to Baldur's Gate for reinforcements before the Horde broke free of her trap.
So what happened with the reinforcements then?
The reinforcements never came, and the Horde overran us. Eldrith survived. I survived. Many of the company of the Westering Sun did not. Now there are many graves within the Dosiah's Cleft, and much of the ground there is strewn with bones of our soldiers, mixed with the orcs and goblinoids.
Goblinoids, it's not an expression.
Eldrith became a thing, a creature consumed by fury. Wounded, she returned to Baldur's Gate to demand an audience with the Dukes. Instead, she was met at the gates and told that for her disobedience upon the battlefield, the walls of Baldur's Gate would be forever closed to her and the Westering Sun.
Oh boy. So then what?
Eldrith, she gathered us, all of us who remained, all of us who had sworn to serve her, and she ordered our broken company to attack the walls of her city. She swore she would take it from the Dukes, make it hers, and put the Dukes to the sword. It would be justice, she said. Justice. It was suicide.
Sounds like it.
We were slain almost to the man, and we were driven from the city, hounded by the remaining troops of Baldur's Gate. We knew no rest, no peace. and they pursued us for leagues upon leagues, all the way to the marsh of Chalimber. They feared Eldrith's wrath so greatly that they were determined that she should not escape alive. I died here in the marsh of Chalimber, and so did all that remained of the company of the Westering Sun. Eldrith was the last to die, brought low by crossbowmen and archers, men who feared to come within reach of her sword.
Yet she still lives. How?
Even against death, Eldrith's fury prevailed. Now she lives again, a creature of terrible power and terrible anger. In her eyes she sees nothing but Baldur's Gate in flames.
Wow, that was quite the backstory there, and interestingly enough, if you have the manual of this game, this is basically the in-game explanation of it, about Eldrith the Betrayer, which I've known all along, but have refused to talk about. Mainly because I heard that this guy, NPC, would explain it to us. So, if you don't have the manual, this is the backstory of the whole game, Eldrith the Betrayer. It's pretty sad and ironic that she was chased to death. Anyway, Caledon, I need to know how to reach Eldrith the Betrayer and stop her before she causes any more harm.
You will find her at the top of this tower, at her watch, waiting for battle. She knows you are here. She has attempted to seal you within this hall, as the stones of the Onyx Tower obey her will.
Oh God, she's quite powerful then.
But even as she is the mistress of the tower, our spirits are part of the tower as well. I shall allow the stones of this hall to part so that you may reach her, and I pray, kill her for the last time.
Oh good, so I guess we had to talk to this guy to get to her. There may still be some chance to reason with her. We shall see.
She is past the point of reason. She has become a creature of vengeance, and battle is all she understands now. Even in life, she was prideful and stubborn. Now, vengeance has made her heart a stone.
Alright, I shall go to meet her then. I shall see to it that you and your soldiers are freed, Caledon.
I pray the gods favor you. If not, then I fear no one shall be able to stop her.
Does she have any weaknesses I should be aware of?
She is a creature of death now. Great powers are hers to command. If you go to face her, then you must be ready in both mind and body. Take your greatest weapons, arm your mightiest spells. That is all the advice I can offer you.
Oh, I certainly have that.
Be careful should you choose to lock steel with her. Eldrith was one of the greatest swordsmen ever known, and hers is a murderous will. Be careful you do not approach within striking distance of her blade, or the battle shall be over for you.
So after all this time to get the most powerful sword in the game, it's not ill-advised to actually engage her in melee combat.
Still, Eldrith has given much of herself and her spirit to this tower so she could command it. Perhaps you may find strength to defeat her by turning this link against her.
Turn the tower against Eldrith. Interesting.
If this tower is linked to her, then a blade forged from the walls of this tower and constructed on the Black Forge may be your greatest weapon.
Oh, and I just so happen to have this greatest weapon in my hand. Is there any other way you can help me?
I wish that we could, but we are trapped here in this hall and cannot leave. We will pray for you, stranger, as we pray for all Baldur's Gate. May the gods watch over you.
Okay. But if I defeat Eldrith, the tower will still be sealed. How do I escape?
Eldrith's will is tied to the tower. Surely you know that when she is slain, this tower will die as well. It will fall into the elemental plane of fire and be consumed. You cannot escape this tower while she lives, and not after she is dead. Can you not use the way you entered to escape?
I suppose, if I can get down to the basement in time. Oh, but it was a one-way trip. Are you sure there's no other way out?
The tower itself touches many places, other planes of existence, even creates gates to them. Perhaps there is some manner by which these gates may be used to escape. But I do not know.
Alright, I guess we'll have to hope something happens after she's dead. Well, I'll have to face her then. Thanks for the advice, Keldon. Wow. Well, we have the Onyx Sword, so even though it's ill-advised to fight her in melee combat, if we use this sword, we'll have the upper hand. Or so Keldon says. We shall see. Anyway, backstory over. I think it's going to be time to finish the fight, I think. Totally not borrowing that from Halo, honest. So, to Eldrith's Watch. And that is where we shall have our final fight of the game. Is that? No, I've been there. And decided it's full supplies, and I can't even use because I'm full of them. So, this is it. All this time. It is finally time to end it. And what a shame we don't get just that little tiny bit of experience just to get Ball Lightning up a little higher. Maybe Eldrith will spawn some minions we can kill and just get that extra 60 experience or so. So, we have our Onyx Sword, we have Ball Lightning, we have the best armor I've found. It is time. Let's do this. Let us end this Dark Alliance. Oh. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest.
So, the dogs of Baldur's Gate once again hound me, and all the way to my sanctuary this time, though it lies a horizon's distance from their walls. Can it be they fear me that much? They have that much wisdom, at least.
I was expecting a spider queen, but I guess the wizard people perhaps were referring to her personality rather than her appearance. Anyway. Eldrith, your army is scattered. Baldur's Gate knows of your plans and knew of nowhere left to run. Surrender.
Surrender? Huh. I who have bested death. I have nothing to fear from you, or Baldur's Gate.
On behalf of Baldur's Gate, I demand you surrender, Eldrith. I won't ask again.
I served Baldur's Gate with all of my first life, only to be repaid with betrayal. They cost me a battle, the lives of my soldiers, and my reputation. Now I am but a sentence or two in a sage's book, a footnote, forever a traitor. Now you dare to invade my fortress, demand my surrender? No, I shall not bend my knee to you or them ever. An eternity may die before I would ever consider showing them mercy. As I died, they shall die, alone, betrayed, and forever cursed.
If we cannot sway you from your course, then we will stop you, Eldrith.
Then you shall die. I command this tower. I command all within it. All your small victories, all the damage you caused, can be undone.
So you say.
Know that as long as I stand, the war against Baldur's Gate shall continue, and I shall be victorious. You may hold the field, dog, but the day is mine.
You say so.
Now, let us end this.
Your reign of terror ends now. A one-on-one fight. Fair way to end the game, huh? So here we are. Suitepee versus Eldrith, the final scrap. Holy moly, she sure can throw that damn thing. Alright, Eldrith, your time is now. Maybe she has a second form. Maybe that's why they called her the Spider Queen from the Wizards. Wow. Ooh. Whoa, what is she doing? Oh my god. Oh, she's grown bigger. I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to heal as soon as she hits me. You saw how much damage that did. Oh my god. That damage is insane. Oh wow. Oh, she's transforming again. She's getting even bigger. You know, I don't think this ball lightning is actually damaging her. At all. I think only this sword is killing her. There we go. Yeah, my spells didn't do anything. Only the sword killed her. So is that it?
And so it has come to pass that I shall die twice. And this second time shall be the last. The tower will not hold. You must leave this place. I ask your forgiveness. I let anger cloud my vision. I harmed those who had sworn to serve me. In all these things, great harm has been done. Let Baldur's Gate have its peace. I shall not rise again to challenge it, though it will doubtless need others such as you to defend it from others that wish it harm. Now, leave me to die. This tower shall be my tomb.
She had to die twice to figure that out. Well, at least in her second death, she finally found salvation for herself. I hope we can escape. Yeah, I think it's time we left now. Very quickly. Oh.
In the flash of the portal's light, Eldrith's tower was no more.
Hey, it's Slevas.
Lightning rained upon the tower, and flames as if from within.
Whoa.
And thus, in a storm of fire
Just
and
look how he
lightning,
walks on there.
Eldrith died her second death.
Man,
But
Slevas
it
doesn't
was
give a
all
shit.
part of a much larger design.
Uh-oh.
It is done. Eldrith is undone. And her threat to us and our plans has been ended. And the Harper that defeated her, killed. Now we may continue without interference, Master.
Oh my. Slevas.
Where did the portal lead? It led to a far distant land, far from Baldur's Gate, far from the Sunset Mountains, far from the Marsh of Chalimber, and far from safety. But that is a tale for another time.
Oh boy. Sequel baiting! And so, my friends, this is the end. My only friend. Well, aside from the other friends I have. That was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. And its very sequel baiting ending there. So, Eldrith died, the tower exploded, and Slevas. We trusted him, we bought items off of him, but he was serving a far greater power. I guess we may find out what that is in the sequel. When I go and get it at some point in my life. That was a rather anticlimactic boss fight. Final boss fight, I should say. After all the build-up and all the suspense and all the, story, all I had to do was hit her a few times with a sword, and that was it. And all that bull lightning was a waste of time, because I don't think I actually damaged her that much. Only the Onyx Sword can kill her in the end. So, yeah. Ooh, Elfsong vocalist Darlene Colderhoven. Nice. Yeah, Jim Cummings was indeed one of the voice actors. Awesome. And a few other familiar names. I think Jennifer Hale's another one who gets around. Didn't she voice someone in... I think she was the voice of the female shepherd in Mass Effect, I believe. Ooh, John Rhys Davis as well. Another recognized voice actor. So they got some big names in there, did old Black House Studios. So, overall, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I still think this is a good game, but it doesn't seem to end on a very sort of difficult note, you know. The Onyx Sword by a minor guardian that can be killed in a couple of hits. And Eldrith, just hit her with the sword a couple of times and spam heal potions to dodge a ranged attack, and that's it. And that's that. But overall, the game itself is still pretty good stuff. There were a few times where it felt a little repetitive in the Onyx Tower, in the Marshes of Talimber, maybe some of the icy parts of Act 2, but not so much. But overall, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance is I think it still holds as a decent game, and it definitely seems to do justice to the, well, I can't really comment on whether it does justice to the Baldur's Gate license, since I've never really played Baldur's Gate properly, but on its own 2 feet, I think Dark Alliance is a good game. Obviously not for everyone's taste, there's a lot of repetitive hacking and slashing, but I think the game had enough to maintain my interest, and hopefully yours as well. Floyd Grubb and G. Sawyer for their keen eyes for rules and rule implementation. Yes, and thank you game developers for making an awesome game, which I enjoyed back then and I enjoy doing now for everybody. This has been a hell of a game. Just kind of a shame it ended on a... Oh, that's it. That's the credits. That is the credits. That's it. So, now, as you can see, for beating the game, we have indeed unlocked the Gauntlet, which is the reward for beating the game. Maybe I'll cover that in a bonus part, maybe I won't. Let me know if you're interested in seeing the Gauntlet, perhaps in a bonus video, in the comments. And otherwise, let me know what your comments are about the game in general. Have you enjoyed this Let's Play? Are the parts you liked? Are the parts you disliked? And are you looking forward to the sequel, which I will be covering at some point, because I'd like to know whether the second game improved on this one, because this was a really fun RPG to play through. And I will definitely have to go out and purchase the second one very soon, hopefully, but don't expect it straight away. I might take a breather for a while and focus more on Doom and Dynasty Warriors for a bit, and then come back to this. So, final thoughts of this game. Still good. Still good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will catch you all next time for the sequel, and we will find out what happened to our elven sorceress and that traitor Slevas. Who is his real master, and what is the true enemy in the game. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching this Let's Play. I hope you have enjoyed it from start to finish, or for however much of the Let's Play you've watched, and I'll catch you all next time for new adventures. See you later, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance fans, and have a good day.